Okay, good afternoon. This is John Foster with the Kumamoto Kosen Technical English Seminar. Today, in this presentation, we're going to be talking about writing biodata for a submission of an email to a conference, an international conference. Okay? Paragraphs about biodata and research. That's our title. Okay. Now, you need to be focused on the textbook for this presentation. We're going to be analyzing the structure of a paper submission email. To do that, you need to look at texts 1.1 and 1.2 in your textbook. Okay, that's activity 1. And the question is, what is the purpose of the texts? Okay, I'm going to give you about 1 minute to quickly read the two texts, 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, a few more seconds. Okay, compare with your partners. Work with a partner and compare what you think the purpose of the text. They're the same purpose. One is very effective, one is not very effective. But what is the purpose? Okay, here we go. So the question I ask you, I've got you 3 choices. Is it a submission of a resume for a job? Is it submission of a paper to a journal? Is it a submission of a paper for a conference? Which did you choose? Okay, this is a submission of a paper for a conference. It has everything that we need to submit an application to participate in an international conference. Okay, so let's go to my next question. I'd like you to reread the student statements in text 1.1 and 1.2 and answer questions A to C. Okay, which statement includes multiple references to the writer? And you'll find those in your textbook. So look at your textbook, look at the questions. Take a few minutes. There are 3 questions, A, B, and C. Okay, first question, which statement includes multiple reference to the writer? Please work with your partners and answer the 3 questions. Okay, the first answer is text 1.1. So is that a good thing or a bad thing, you might ask? The answer is it's not effective. Do not waste time talking about yourself. Okay, the next question was, which statement has less sentences in complex structure? And the answer was text 1.1. Okay. Is that a good thing? No, it's not. Many short, choppy sentences together are rather boring and disconnected. Okay, so we must avoid these two writing styles. So the next question, which statement is easier to read and why? The answer is text 1.2. Now we can see that it makes it clear who is writing. That's important. Who is writing? It makes clear why the paragraph was sent. It gives the title of the paper, provides the main conclusions of the paper, and indicates where the abstract can be found. And finally, very effectively uses polite introduction and ending. Okay, move on and look specifically at text 1.2 and answer these questions. Where does Tatsuro go to school? Okay, the answer is Kumamoto campus of the Japanese National Institute of Technology. Here's another question. What subject does he study? The answer is robotic engineering. Now, why is he writing this email? The answer is to submit his research paper for review for a conference. And what is the title of his research paper? The answer is IoT Technology in Agricultural Robot Systems. Okay. As you can see, these are the big issues that have to be presented in the email. So the next question, of course, is what will the conclusions of the paper focus on? This is one of the most important aspects of writing to an international conference because they want to know what conclusions have been found. Okay, so take a few seconds. What will the conclusions of the paper focus on? Okay, here's the answer. How IoT technologies can be applied to development of an efficient design for a new type of agrobot. Okay, very clear, not too long, one sentence on the conclusions of the paper. Very important to be very clear. Okay, I have another question for you. Where can the recipient find the abstract? Because this email is not the abstract. We'll be writing abstracts on day 3 of this course. This is only the email introducing the paper itself. Okay. It can be attached, it can be found attached to the email. Okay, so there you go. One final question. What does Tatsuro hope will happen? Now this is important. You have to indicate what you would like to have done as a result of this email. What does Tatsuro hope will happen? The answer is the committee will communicate with him about the paper submission. Okay, so the task for writing a paper submission via email. What do we have to do? I'd like you to look online for a conference in your field. It can be any conference. It can be in the past or in the future. It doesn't matter. It's only a mock draft. So I'd like you to write a first draft of an email to the person in charge. Remember, you're not really going to send this email, so it can be any conference that you just find interesting. Okay, you look online and find that. Okay, now when you are writing, you have to remember that a successful biodata paragraph does the following. Makes clear who is writing, makes clear why the paragraph was sent, gives the title of the paper, provides the main conclusions of the paper, indicates where the abstract can be found, and uses polite introduction and ending. Okay, so for this seminar, that will be 5% of your grade, and you should be sending it tonight. I'll give you a Google form that you can write in, and that will be sent directly to your email. Okay, and you write in the Google form and submit it to me, and I'll check that for you. Okay, now back to Andy.